All right, Corey, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Atlanta Hawks. Um, who do you have winning the series and how many games?
And yesterday, when prepping, I wrote down Bucks in 6. I did also write down that I thought there was a decent chance that Atlanta could steal game 1.
Okay.
I know both teams played 7-game series the last round, but those game 7s were not equal. The that Nets Bucks game 7 was NBA Finals top tier basketball, and you had multiple guys playing 50 minutes in that game, and just the physical and mental exhaustion combined with a potential letdown between going from against Kevin Durant, James Harden to Trae Young and just a group of guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to surprise me that what happened. But I do think the Bucks have all around better roster. And it's as we were just talking earlier, like Giannis and the Bucks have to realize that this is their chance. LeBron's not there. Harden, Durant, like the Nets, they got through them. With the injuries. Like this is potentially the best shot Giannis is going to have at a ring and for maybe his career. Who knows with how things shake out. So, for him, he really needs to take advantage of this opportunity and get a ring while he can.
All right.
So I'm gonna stick with Bucks in 6.
Okay, Craig. Milwaukee Bucks versus Atlanta Hawks. Who do you have winning the series?
I had Bucks in 7 before the series started. I just think the Hawks are, I'm not saying underrated, but I think they might be a little underrated just for the fact that what they've done this year and the roster that they have. I think they have a very athletic roster. They have players that can shoot the 3. Obviously, they have Trae Young, who is turning into a superstar. I don't know if the Bucks have enough shooting. If they're going to get in the shootout, I don't think they want to get in the shootout. Also, they can't play the pick and roll the way they played the pick and roll in game 1. Like the pick and roll, I don't know whose idea. Like they had a chance to talk about that in the second half or at halftime, and to come out in the second half and do something different, and they just didn't do it. Maybe they can do it with the day off, because they were just sagging off, and the guy who was setting the pick, who was getting picked, the big man or whoever was just sitting in the paint. I don't know if it was Brook Lopez or Portis or whoever it was. It really didn't matter. They were all sitting in paint, and they were just daring the team, I guess, not to drive the ball and to shoot the ball from deep. Which is crazy, because I would rather have a guy like anybody else other than Trae Young basically shoot the 3. But you're leaving Trae Young to shoot the 3. He has time to shimmy and look at the rim for like 5 seconds and just shoot the ball. Like, come on, man, that's crazy. That's terrible defense, and it's just not going to work if they're going to keep doing that. Brook Lopez had 1 rebound last night. That's not going to work. Like, you can't if you're not going to be out there being physical and getting boards and doing something, you have to go small. Either go small or switch on the pick and roll, or step up on the pick and roll and dare somebody else to beat you and shoot the ball. You can't have Trae Young just leaving him out there daring him to shoot the 3, because he's going to shoot the 3, and he shot deep 3s as well. So I mean, it's just crazy. Like but I think the Bucks have, unfortunately, I think the Bucks have a little bit more talent than the Hawks. I'm really hoping that the Hawks win, as I really don't want the Bucks to win. But I just think that how they got, well, both teams actually had a mentally tough series last series, but I don't know, man. I just think Giannis is the best player in this matchup, slightly over Trae Young. I think he's going to find a way to get this team to the finals. I think Middleton, he played well in game 1, like really well. They get Jrue Holiday to step up and come along and help them out, I think. Or is that vice versa? Somebody played really well. Okay. Jrue Holiday played well. Kevin, okay. Well, they did. Middleton's been playing. He played really good in game 7. He's been playing really good pretty much a lot of the last series. So if they can get all 3 of them basically to play very well, have like 20 plus points a game, I think they win the series. I just think it's going to go 7 games. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks won, but the Bucks just have to change up their defensive scheme, because it's just if they come out with that in game 2, they're going to lose. They have no shot.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume that they're going to change their defense and win the series. So
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't know what Brook Lopez was doing. Yeah, 2 rebounds. That's not going to cut it. You're going to lose any game if like the rebounding margin is crazy. And Capella and John Collins, that's what they're doing. So and I think the Bucks need to drive more. They were getting to the lane at ease from what I saw. But their defensive schemes, they can't do that. And the on the play that Trae Young shimmied, which was disrespectful, everybody's gonna remember it. Chris Broussard said it was almost. He said the most disrespectful play is when Scottie Pippen dunked on Ewing and then stepped on. That was disrespectful. That might be one of the most disrespectful plays in NBA history. He dunked on Ewing and then stepped on. But they said he might have got a tech for that nowadays. But he shimmies, and when the pick is set, Drew Holiday doesn't come back around. Like Craig was saying, he was just like, oh, whatever. And then he had like 5 seconds. Like, you're going to leave Trae Young open for 5 seconds? So, and it was surprising that Trae Young got 42 points. I just think the Bucks perimeter defense is better than that. But Trae Young was throwing floaters at will. I was like, oh my gosh, man, he is killing them. But I do think the Bucks come out on top just because of their defense. Because they have Giannis, who is a superstar in my mind. This is, like we said earlier, if this is the year, Giannis has to see that. He has to know that this is his year. So I mean, I think I got the Bucks in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 7 and the Hawks win. But I don't see that. I think the Bucks in 6.